ancient Japanese art of making other people uncomfortable at bars.
Karaoke games for the consoles have revolutionized the industry, allowing people to be pathetic and attention-starved in the privacy of their own homes.
The Karaoke Revolution Party finally had the insight to combine the off-key singing of karaoke with the epileptic-style dancing of a DDR game.
Here's our review of Karaoke Revolution Party, featuring famed celebrity impersonator Roger the Stan Lee Experience.
If you've ever been drunk in a tiki bar in your local Koreatown, you certainly know the ins and outs of karaoke. Some say it goes good with sake. We say it goes good with video games. I bet you loyal X-Play fans expect Adam or I to embarrass ourselves by singing some of these tunes. Nope, not gonna happen. But we've got the fifth best thing. It's Roger the Stan Lee Experience. Sings. He's not Stan Lee, but an incredibly inaccurate simulation.
This one's for friendship. Hey, you f***ing pricks! And here I go again on my own. Walking down the only road I ever known. I like a drifter, I was born to walk alone. Man, that's a hot tune.
If you're not into the Hair Nation, this Revolution Party has songs from all genres. Music for emo fans, or as we call them, wimps. Music for people into geriatrics. And of course, classic soul.
This one is for Jack Kirby's wife. That bitch. You make me feel. You make me feel. You make me feel like a natural woman. Woman!
It's all about testing your vocal range before you audition for that idol show. And the characters and soothing scenery make these tunes that much more, well, toony. One of the favorite parts of the recent Karaoke Revolution was the duet section. We'd show you that part, but, well, Roger works alone.
Tip the waitress. Tip the waitress!
Now, what's new to the Revolution is dancing. Just find a dance pad and see what it takes to be a true pop star.
On a Monday, I am waiting. Tuesday, I am fading.
So the next time you're having a party, a Karaoke Revolution party, why not get this idol-worshipping game, which we give a 4 out of 5.
Jack Kirby's wife I but Jack himself I loved. 1, 2, 3, you're my sunshine, and I want you to know that my feelings are true. I really love you. You're my best friend. You really are, Jack. Now get the out of the club!
Karaoke is so much fun to do, but so creepy to watch someone else do. Just like all my favorite hobbies.
No, you're missing it, Adam. Roger the Stan Lee Experience may be a bad singer, but he's so emotionally raw, so present.
I get it. It's like those episodes of Oprah where she eats.
Well, that's what I'm looking for as a television personality. To be that kind of virtuoso performer, not frightened of anything. Since Peter Jackson's Fellowship of the Ring was released, millions of Lord of the Rings games have been released.
Adventure games, RPGs. I even think they had a true crime Streets of Austin that'll, you know, elf prostitutes, those are hard to kill.
Point is, we've seen a lot of games come out since 2001, and finally one's out for the PSP.
Here's a review of Lord of the Rings, Tactics. Everything in this or any other universe can be measured on a nerdometer. From soap at Gen Con to, well, something that makes you blog until you're blind. That's about 72. Lame, 23. 68. Now we're talking 91. So when EA takes one of their biggest franchises and throws in grids, the resulting outcome should rate equally high on the universal nerdometer. It should. The Olsen twins should stop dieting before they're Jenny Craig away from becoming Skeletor. But that won't happen. The Lord of the Rings Tactics brings two great nerd tastes together and lets them die. Instead of your typical move, attack, wait, move, attack scenario, Tactics introduces move, move, attack, attack. where everyone moves at once and attacks at the same time, leaving no man without help for too long. Then EA walked away from the game, and what they left isn't pretty. We all know the story. A ring, orcs, the unrequited love of a hobbit.
Fuck you, devils!
But when the hell did this battle happen?
Holy sh**, we just killed some old guy.
But he was evil. The fact is, between the cutscenes taken straight from the movie, Tactics doesn't feel like a Lord of the Rings game. This is what I want. This is what I get. When did three guys become an epic struggle? And the game is just burly to look at. I know it's the PSP, but I would feel better about attacking one of the 5 enemies on the board if his shadow-seeped head wasn't falling through 4 polygons of hillside. It's ugly. Close. There we go. Here's the only tactic you need to know. Stay in the Shire. And when you start a project, finish it. That's why we give the Lord of the Rings Tactics for the PSP a 2 out of 5.
This game missed out on what's amazing about the Lord of the Rings. Epic battles.
Well, luckily it also missed out on the worst part of the books, which is all of the singing.
Yeah, Tolkien was an amazing author when he was talking about swords and how evil women are, but once he starts with the poetry, I remember why I hate reading. Speaking of fear, remember the Cold War? For 40 glorious years, we seemed only moments away from global destruction.
There were a lot of action movies about it. It was fun.
Now we can relive the mass hysteria which clouded our parents' judgment. Here's our review of Operation Flashpoint Elite.
Regard the noble fruit that has fallen from freedom's tree. We plant these heroic seeds so liberty may flourish and grow all over the world. The living will emulate the mythic deeds of these not-so-living, creating new corpses to plant so the living of the future can keep on killing.
Soldier is history.
Operation Flashpoint Elite remembers when conflict with the Russians seemed inevitable. We don't really remember that time.
Where am I?
You didn't even remember that time when you were alive. But the game does, and it shows. Its age, that is.
This is some countryside, ain't it?
Let's take a closer look at these graphics, shall we? Okay, maybe not. It looks as if a yet-to-be-named season is puked all over the game space. What's that?
Are they people? Am I supposed to fight alongside them? Why are they bow-legged and stupid?
Jeep. Jeep doesn't start with G, you meathead.
Well, Adam, if this game sucks so much ass, why review it?
Well, if you can get beyond the bad attire of another PC port, there's actual depth in terms of game features. You can drive, fly, shoot, and grenade your way through a seemingly endless variety of vehicles, weapons, and mission types. You can even design your own missions through a patient-strafing feature called the Mission Editor. There's only 3 mission types, but the ability to tweak Mr. Detail's noble nipples is astounding. Weather forecasts, area, vehicles, targets, the flavor of your Hot Pocket.
Very's beaches.
Outfit yourself with a pack of tanks. Stick the defenders with a gaggle of cheap East German cars, and then proceed to repeatedly boot the circular contents of your enemy's underpants through the end zone of victory. Combat has tense moments, and there is an array of audio prompting as commanders shout orders and ID targets.
Soldier at 200 meters.
There is online play, but with better games like Battlefield 2 out there, good luck finding anybody to share a sense of global crisis with. If you can put up with the title's grimy pixels, there's a game in there. You may just have to drive a while to find it. We give it a 3 out of 5.
What am I doing here?
You know, I miss the Cold War. It seemed so much safer than the War on Terror.
At least when we had just the one country to hate, you know, things were simple. Now with this whole war on terrorism, I have to fear everybody.
No, not me. I think this whole global terror thing is just a ruse. cooked up to confuse us by the most insidious race on the planet, the Yanomamo Indians.
Why the Yanomamo?
Well, I felt like being offensive to a group of people, and they were the only ones I could be sure were not watching TV.
Yeah, they're too busy eating spiders, not understanding numbers larger than 2.
Yeah. Hobbies can be fun. I, for instance, enjoy phrenology, the ancient art of reading the bumps on people's heads.
And I'm an avid mail fraudist.
But sometimes you have more time than even a hobby can waste.
Boredom is that dark night when you have nothing to do except lay on your bed and watch reruns of Dear John.
Those moments can cause people to do things so amazingly dull. They're like killing yourself one wasted moment at a time.
Things like playing golf.
While golf is super boring, golf games can be cool. Here's our review of Tiger Woods' PGA Tour 06 for the 360.
Here's your dilemma. You just got a brand new shiny Xbox 360 for the holidays, but there aren't any decent sports games to show off.
Well, that's bad news.
And if you thought Tiger Woods for the 360 would be any different, well, this title is as disappointing as Christmas in Israel. Before I tear this game a new divot, I must first say that the presentation is amazing. The ambient noise is realistic, the different courses are gorgeously rendered, and all of the characters look fantastic, in their own special way. Speaking of which, this game also comes equipped with a highly detailed character generator.
Stay in the fairway. Stay in the fairway!
With it, you can create characters that seem to have leapt right out of a 1970s skin flick. Hey, is it hot in here, or is it just him? But let's just say, hypothetically of course, that you happen to accidentally play this game. Ironically, that's where it comes up short. That's where it misses the hole. That's, well, you get the idea. Remember those gorgeously rendered courses I was raving about? Well, in the old version, there were 14 of them. This title offers 6. Okay, let's do the math real quick. $10 more for the 360 version, minus 8 courses, and a few game modes. That equals... Sorry, I got distracted. Anyway, that equals a major ripoff. You think EA cracked under all the pressure? This is a 345-yard slight dogleg left par 5 with bunkers all the way up the right side. Tiger needs an eagle. Wait, what is he doing?
And look out.
That's going to cost him a stroke. This is a game that costs too much and fails to make full use of its hardware's capabilities. Sure, it looks great, but the limited game options hardly make it worthwhile. In the end, Tiger Woods double bogeys.
Ugly double bogey on that hole.
With a 2 out of 5.
Well, thank you, EA, for selling us short on all of the 360 sports games.
Yep. And making them cost more money, too.
Yes.
Now, this game was attractive, but fun to play with? No.
Yeah, I imagine it's got a lot in common with Tiger's sweetest supermodel wife.
Does anyone actually know her name?
No.
Like most kids, I used to dream of conquering Eurasia and ruling it with a steely grip.
Kids are such adorable little megalomaniacs.
You know, I also dreamed of being a rock star. Unfortunately, I didn't have a hologram friend who lived in my earrings, so a music career never happened.
Well, you know, I used to play a little jazz piano when I was in high school. And
Yeah.
you know what the ladies love? Apparently not jazz piano.
No. But recently, we decided to take our rock star style to a battle of the bands.
Here's a little home movie we took.
Also, eventually, there will be a review in there.
Oh.
Well, what do we have here?
It's Morgie and Sass.
Yeah, I've seen that musical.
Get him, Pippi.
What? Oh, don't get him, Sniff.
We can't go out like that. What are we gonna do for next year?
How'd it go?
Stank up the joint.
I have something that might help.
Ooh, Guitar Hero. Ah.
Oh.
Can a video game turn tone-deaf klutzes into real rock stars? We were going to find out. Guitar Hero plays a lot like any other rhythm game. The difference is that you're inputting each note with one of the most awesome peripherals ever. A guitar! But this isn't just any old plastic piece of crap that you'll forget about until you're packing for college. It works just like a real guitar with a strum point, a working fretboard, and a whammy bar to lay on if you want to freestyle it. Of course, you're doing it all for the glory and points. As you strum in time to the songs, you build up your star power. Unleash it at the right time for mega bonus points and some serious axe tossing. In the career mode, you start as a garage band playing in someone's basement for free beer. Eventually, you move on to bigger venues and more difficult songs as your band builds its fame. Guitar Hero is a who's who of power chords. If you can think of a song that made you tie a bandana around your leg, you'll probably find it here. There's no shortage of challenge either. But does that challenge translate into real-world skill?
This is a tough crowd.
Well, let's do my song.
Okay.
Oh, it's Porgy and Miss. We're gonna have a good time spending that $16. Losers.
Hey, they forgot their guitar.
Dope. Wait a minute. What's that sound? Oh, snap!
While Guitar Hero won't make you play a real guitar like a rock star, it certainly makes you feel like one for a 5 out of 5.
I'm still mad. Sure, we don't know how to play our instruments, but that never stopped Slater Kinney.
Bah, music is no way to become rich and famous anymore. I'm starting a cult.
Oh, can I be president?
Follow me.
I'm gonna be the president.
I'm not gonna go that far, so you can make it.